Hey guys, Rick Stone here from our Stony Acres. Welcome to our YouTube channel. While you're here, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell so you get noticed every time we release new videos. Okay, so today we're doing something a little bit different. Obviously, we're inside, not out in the garden. We are going to be doing a little bit of an update for you for our indoor growing project. So 2 months ago, we started this project. I was contacted by a company that sells the Spider Farmer SF2000 LED grow light, and they offered to give me a grow light. And so this is a sponsored video. They offered to give me a grow light and try it out, and so we are doing that. And so I wanted to do a little bit of an update. If you want to see the first video that shows the setup and gives a little bit more of the breakdown on the specs of the light, there's a link right up here, or it will be in the end card as well on this video. But I did want to do a little bit of a kind of a mid-season update for you here and tell you a few things that I learned. I am not an indoor grower, so this is my first experience, and we have learned a few things. Number one, I learned that I am not anywhere near as good at watering indoor plants as I thought I was, okay? So the biggest struggle that I've had is remembering to get down here and water these plants and make sure that they stay moist. So once I kind of got over that, and part of the reason why I'm having a problem is I didn't expect the light to put off quite as much heat as it does. And that's not particularly a bad thing. It's just I didn't know that it was going to put off that much heat. And so things dry out, especially when they're younger and before there's kind of a canopy. Things dry out a little bit quicker than I expected. And so I actually killed quite a few of my original plantings. So that was the first thing I learned. Second thing I learned is that I needed to bring the light down just a little bit closer. I started out at 24 inches above the surface of the plants. I've lowered it down to 18 now, and the plants seem to have responded really well to that, and they're doing really well. Again, the light is performing fantastically. Everything looks green and super nice, and I'm super happy with the way things are growing. The third thing that I learned is that I need to introduce fertilizer a little bit sooner in the process. So I didn't start fertilizing until things were about 3.5, 4 weeks along. I wish I had started sooner, because as soon as I started fertilizing, the plants really started to respond and do a lot better with the fertilizer. And that's for the plants that we're growing for full size. I don't fertilize the microgreens. The microgreens don't need fertilizer. But the other plants, I am using a liquid fertilizer that I just mix into the water, and I'm putting that in at least once a week now. And I wish I'd started that a little bit sooner. So those are the three things that I learned. You know, I need to water better, I needed to get the light just a little bit closer, and I needed to fertilize sooner. Now that I've got those worked out, I feel like things are actually going pretty well, and I'm pretty happy with how things are going. So let's actually go in there and we'll look at it. The reason why we're filming out here in my office is because the light is so bright, it freaks the camera out. And so we're going to walk in there, and so I'll take you in and we'll look at it, okay? All right, guys. So first off, let's see if we can get the camera to not totally freak out on us, and we'll actually show the light here. I may have to do some cutaway pictures of this so that you guys can see again, this is the Spider Farmer SF2000. It puts out a footprint of 2x4 total when it's 24 inches high. Okay, so you can see we are kind of on stage 2. This is some of our original planting of some lettuce. This is a red variety. Super happy. Just look how gorgeous that is. The one thing that I would do differently is I didn't thin this. I thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to pack it in and see how it does, but they're just too close. So is what I'm going to do on these. So this is some black-seeded Simpson, and then I've got a bunch more of this red lettuce because we love this red lettuce. So I'm going to thin these, and probably today I'll thin these down so that we just have one plant per pack, per cell here, and I think that will perform a little bit better. These are just so tight. I mean, it's gorgeous, but it's so packed in there, so tight that the plants are kind of suffering a little bit. Okay, so these guys these that you're seeing here, the small ones, are actually only about 2 weeks old. I'm not even sure they're 2 weeks yet. I'd have to look to see. These are the herbs that we have planted, and they're doing really well. Again, these guys really kind of struggled at first until I got the whole watering and fertilizer thing figured out, but you can see that they're looking really happy now. We've actually even started harvesting some of this basil. This one down on the end we've clipped a few leaves from, and we'll probably start harvesting some of these others really soon as well. The parsley is not doing quite as well responding to the indoors as the others, but it's got some new growth going, so I think that it's going to do pretty well. But the basil is doing fantastic. And then we've got 2 trays of microgreens, and this is the second running of microgreens. And you can see, and this is, again, not the light's fault. So I'm experimenting. I've never grown microgreens before, so this is only just our second batch. And so we're trying different things. And this one is broccoli, and there's seeds that were actually meant for growing microgreens. This one is kale, and it's Vate's kale, and it's actually seeds that I collected from my garden last year. And I think that this plant is just not well suited for this compact, because look at the difference. They were planted on the same day, they all came up at the same time, and exact same growing conditions, you know, they're just right next to each other, and look at the difference. We've got some yellowing here. So but again, not the light's fault, that's, I think, the seed's fault. So I'm not even sure that these are going to be worth harvesting. I might try it and see. But these, look at them, they're just gorgeous, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing this videos today, is because it's time to harvest. We're starting to get our first true leaves on these microgreens, and they are looking, look at that, just looking super nice. So we're excited to have a nice batch of microgreens to eat. And broccoli microgreens are the best that you can grow nutrition-wise. They just are packed with great nutrition. So we're super excited about that. Okay, so that's kind of the overview, and we've got this set up just in a closet. I wanted to make it as challenging, I guess, as possible for the light, and the light is performing well here in this dark closet, and doing really well. So I'm super happy with that. Okay, so let's go back, and I'll take just a second to tell you a little bit more about the light. Okay, so back here again, really quick, I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about the light. It's the Spider Farmer SF2000 LED grow light. And again, we've been super happy with the light. Any of the problems that we have had have been learning curve problems, not the light's problem. We've got it set up on a timer. It runs about 14 hours a day, and has just been performing perfectly. I'm really happy with it. The one caveat that I would give you is I was surprised at how much heat it puts out. Now, it's not like it's a heat lamp or anything like that, but it puts out a decent amount of heat, more than I expected, and that's part of the reason why I'm having problems remembering to water when I should. So other than that, it's just a great light, and kind of a, you know, mid-range price. It's not the, you know, it's not the $500 light, but it's not the, you know, $75 light either. I think they're priced at about $200 for this particular model, but Spider Farmer has a whole bunch of different models, different sizes. So great little light. So there is a link down in the description below. You can click on that, and that will take you out to their website, where you can learn more about it, and you can buy it if you're interested in it. I do get just a little bit of a kickback on that. It's not much, but there is a little bit of a commission there as well. So I just want to make sure you guys were, you know, as upfront with you on that. So again, super happy with this light, and we're having fun enjoying this little project of growing indoors. So I'll do one more update video for you, and kind of show you, especially I'm interested in showing you guys how the herbs continue to progress, and we're hoping to have enough lettuce this time around that we have, you know, a decent amount that we can be harvesting. So I'll do one more update video for you, probably in a month to 6 weeks, and that'll kind of be the end of the winter for us, and we'll do an update on how this project went. So again, having fun. It's something that I've never done before, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the update. And if you want to watch the first video, there'll be a link here at the end of the video for that. Okay, all right, so that's all I have for you for this week, guys. Thanks for watching and sticking with me till the end. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you would, go and check us out on our other social media channels as well. Especially, we're trying to build our Instagram channel right now, so click on our Instagram link and join us there as well. Okay, thanks, guys. Everybody have a great week. Happy gardening.